Before every competition, whether it's a game of basketball, football, tennis, or any other sport, an athlete's mindset is just as important as their physical condition. While the body needs to be strong and prepared, the mind plays an equally critical role. This is where sports psychology comes in. It's the mental preparation before the game that can make or break an athlete's performance. Sports psychology, in simple terms, helps athletes focus, manage their emotions, build confidence, and overcome mental barriers to reach peak performance. Understanding the mental aspect of sports is essential. The way an athlete thinks and feels before a game can influence their behavior, their focus, and their overall performance. Mental preparation doesn't just happen overnight. It's something that athletes work on consistently, often with the help of a sports psychologist. The goal is to help athletes stay composed under pressure, perform well when it counts, and maintain a positive mindset throughout their career. Sports psychologists emphasize how important it is for athletes to understand their emotions, thoughts, and mental states before they compete. The excitement, fear, nervousness, and even self-doubt that an athlete may feel leading up to a game can either be harnessed to improve performance or can become a hindrance. It's all about turning the emotional and mental energy into something productive rather than letting it work against you. Before we dive deeper into specific techniques, let's talk a bit about why pre-game nerves are so common and how they're actually a natural response. It's normal for athletes to feel nervous before the big game, but these nerves can be both positive and negative. If managed properly, they can help an athlete stay focused and energized. But if these nerves are left unchecked, they can create anxiety that could hurt performance. The body's natural fight or flight response kicks in when athletes feel nervous. This causes increased heart rate, shallow breathing, and heightened alertness, an ideal state for heightened performance, but also one that can quickly spiral into anxiety if left uncontrolled. The trick is to learn how to manage these physical responses, and that's where techniques like deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, and mindfulness come into play. For example, athletes often use deep breathing techniques to calm their nerves before they step onto the court or field. Controlled breathing helps reduce the physical symptoms of anxiety by slowing down the heart rate and relaxing the muscles. Breathing exercises are a simple yet powerful way to return to a calm state, allowing athletes to focus more clearly and perform at their best. Another technique that many athletes use is visualization. Visualization involves mentally rehearsing the game or the upcoming performance in great detail. It's not just about imagining yourself winning, it's about walking through every aspect of the game mentally, from the way the ball feels in your hands to the movements you'll make during certain plays. This mental rehearsal helps athletes build confidence, as it primes them to handle situations in the game as they've already experienced them mentally. It also allows athletes to visualize overcoming obstacles or setbacks, which can reduce the fear of failure. Building confidence is crucial to an athlete's pre-game preparation. Confidence is a driving force that keeps athletes from hesitating when they need to make split-second decisions or take risks in a game. It's what makes an athlete believe that they can win and excel, even when the pressure is on. Confidence is often built over time, through practice, self-reflection, and reinforcement. But it's also about how athletes talk to themselves in the lead-up to a game. Athletes who have a positive, confident mindset are more likely to believe in their abilities. This doesn't mean that they're immune to mistakes or failures, but they approach challenges with a positive attitude, knowing that they can overcome them. Positive self-talk and affirmations are powerful tools in this regard. Sports psychologists often teach athletes to replace negative, self-doubting thoughts with positive, empowering ones. It's the difference between thinking, "I can't do this," and thinking, "I've prepared for this, and I can handle it." Mental toughness, a common term in sports psychology, plays a big role in an athlete's ability to stay confident. It's the ability to push through adversity, manage mistakes, and keep going, even when things aren't going as planned. Building mental toughness takes time and practice, but one way athletes can strengthen this trait is by reframing negative thoughts and focusing on past successes, no matter how small. The key is not to let a bad moment or setback define the entire game. Focus and concentration are also essential elements in the psychological preparation before a game. Athletes need to train their minds to block out distractions and focus entirely on the task at hand. The ability to focus on a specific goal or task is what separates top performers from the rest. In the heat of the game, distractions can come in many forms, whether it's the crowd noise, the weather, or the pressure of the situation. To help athletes stay focused, sports psychologists often teach them to break down the game into smaller, more manageable tasks. Instead of thinking about the entire game or the outcome, athletes learn to focus on one play, one shot, or one point at a time. This makes it easier to stay present and perform well in the moment. Additionally, athletes are encouraged to use mental cues or triggers to help them refocus if their attention starts to wander. These triggers can be simple phrases like "stay calm" or "focus," or a physical gesture like tapping their fingers together. These cues remind athletes to stay present and block out distractions. Motivation, too, is a significant factor in how an athlete prepares mentally. Motivation can come from two main sources: intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic motivation comes from within the athlete. It's about the love of the sport, the desire to improve, and the satisfaction of reaching personal goals. Extrinsic motivation, on the other hand, comes from external factors such as winning, rewards, recognition, or the desire to meet others' expectations. Research has shown that athletes who are intrinsically motivated tend to perform better because their motivation is based on a genuine passion for the sport. These athletes are less likely to burn out, and they stay committed to their training and development. Sports psychologists work with athletes to tap into both intrinsic and extrinsic sources of motivation. It's about finding a balance between the two and helping athletes stay motivated during challenging times. Pressure is something that every athlete faces, especially before important games. The pressure to perform well, to win, or to meet expectations can create a lot of stress. But pressure can also be managed. One technique often used in sports psychology is mindfulness, which encourages athletes to stay fully present and engaged in the moment without judging or overanalyzing the situation. Mindfulness helps athletes let go of unnecessary stress and focus on what they can control. It's not about avoiding pressure, but learning how to handle it in a way that helps rather than hinders performance. Sports psychologists often guide athletes to focus on their process rather than the outcome, which helps to reduce the negative impact of external pressures. Having a pre-game routine is also a powerful tool in reducing anxiety and setting a positive mindset. Many athletes develop personal rituals that help them mentally prepare for the game. These routines can include physical warm-ups, listening to music, visualization, or reviewing strategies with teammates or coaches. These rituals help athletes focus and feel more in control, which reduces stress. A routine also signals to the brain that it's time to shift into game mode. When athletes go through their routine, they signal to themselves that the preparation phase is over and it's time to focus on executing the game plan. Self-talk, mental rehearsal, and visualization are some of the most common techniques that athletes use to boost their mental game. Self-talk helps athletes stay positive and focused, while mental rehearsal allows them to mentally walk through the game and prepare for different scenarios. Visualization takes this one step further by imagining the perfect performance, from making the first move to executing every play with precision. Relaxation techniques, like progressive muscle relaxation or guided imagery, are also used to manage pre-game anxiety. Progressive muscle relaxation involves tensing and relaxing different muscle groups in the body, which helps release tension and prepare the body for action. Guided imagery, on the other hand, involves mentally visualizing calming and peaceful scenarios, which help athletes relax and achieve a state of calm focus. For athletes in team sports, the psychological preparation is not just about individual performance, but also about building strong team dynamics. Effective communication, trust, and a positive team culture are all vital to success. Sports psychologists often work with teams to improve their cohesion and communication, helping them stay focused on their shared goals. Before the game, team rituals and bonding activities help athletes connect with their teammates and reinforce their commitment to working together. Visualization is one of the most powerful techniques that athletes can use before a game. Athletes who use visualization can mentally prepare themselves for different game situations, which reduces anxiety and builds confidence. By visualizing success and mentally rehearsing every detail of the game, athletes can perform better when they actually step onto the field. Managing emotions is another important part of sports psychology. Before a game, athletes may experience a wide range of emotions: excitement, anxiety, frustration, or anger. Learning how to regulate these emotions is crucial. Mindfulness techniques help athletes stay present and focused, while emotional reframing helps them view challenging emotions as opportunities for growth. Sports psychology is all about understanding the mind-body connection and how mental preparation affects performance. With the right techniques and mindset, athletes can perform at their best, even under pressure. The goal is to help athletes harness the power of their mind, overcome challenges, and perform consistently at the highest level. Thanks for watching.